Okay, so we have some fun stuff going on, and the next EZA for Dokkan has arrived with in terms of details. So you guys can see this is no surprise. We knew this was coming. Gohan, kid from the Garlic Jr. Saga here, will be getting his EZA. I believe we saw the date for this one. Not really important right now for us. It'll be a few days. Usually that's how this stuff tends to go. I want to say it's the 6th that this is going to be dropping. But again, you guys can see here, we do have Gohan's EZA. So what we're going to do in this video is sort of break down what the character has going for him, whether or not this is an EZA that we should be excited about, and all of that fun stuff. So with that being said, let's get into it. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil, for real. We go here and we look at the super attack effects. One thing that is going to be jumping off the page here at the start is that he is going to be raising his defense on super. So in something like the Festival of Battles, everybody's favorite event, there could be something here with this 3 key and 58% support with guard for 3 turns and then stuff like that. So that is pretty interesting. And then he's going to have the ability again to stack defense. So again, for the festival, I think that there is going to be a level of interest with this character that would not have been there prior to what's going on. So with the link set here, we have the Innocence, Demonic Ways, Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage, Gaze of Respect, and Fierce Battle. So if we go and look at Demonic Power and we bring up this Gohan right here, we can go ahead and look at some of his linking partners here, who is going to be good, who is going to be bad. Right off the bat, we're going to see that Pan is a pretty good linking partner, but the problem is Gohan is obviously not GT heroes. So some units that I think here that are actually okay are going to be this Tech Goten right here, and then a future Tech Pan EZA could also be pretty good as well. So with this right here, again, not going to be the best link battery character in the world, but he's going to be able to make up for that with his defensive support to sort of make up for this. But when it comes to his categories with Heavenly Events, Youth, Bond of Parent Child, Hybrid Saiyans, right? There's some pretty decent teams here. And when we look at the link effects here, we are, like most of the time, not going to be seeing this. So links that we will be seeing a decent bit are going to be Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, the Saiyan Lineage, and Fierce Battle, because Demonic Ways, the Innocence, and Gaze of Respect are not going to be major links here for this character whatsoever. When we look at Gaze of Respect here, you guys are actually going to be able to see, website's loading a little bit slow, but this is mainly a mentor sort of link here for Gohan and Piccolo. So for some reason, this link does not want to work. But if we pull it up here, you guys can see, again, it's literally just Gohan and Piccolo characters. So this Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan is going to be pretty good for a link partner on this character and stuff like that. And he's also going to be fulfilling a demonic power restriction that we will be talking about later. So as you guys can see here, this is a pretty good setup here for this Gohan. This link is not really going to be that important. And then if we look at Fierce Battle, obviously Fierce Battle is going to be a good link, but that's not really going to matter. And then Saiyan Lineage, this Gohan and Goten and Trunks, going to be pretty good. And then it's a sort of an old link, right? We haven't really seen this link being prominently featured since the 8-year anniversary, right? Just not a very common one. So Saiyan Lineage is not going to be extremely common. And then All in the Family is going to be a little bit more common here, because most of the Sun family / Goku family LRs are going to have some prominence here in terms of what we've got cooking with this specific category or with this link. So All in the Family going to be pretty relevant whenever Beast Gohan gets his EZA in 2027, right? But this version of Gohan, Gogeta, Goku here, Vegito, Goku, AGL Ultimate Gohan, just a lot of good characters here that do end up having All in the Family. And then Saiyan Warrior Race is going to be the same thing. Almost every prominent LR is going to be on this squad as well. So when it comes to the links, this is going to be looking pretty good. So Gaze of Respect, we saw all that when it comes to the links, and that is how we are looking with this character in terms of the link set. So moving along here to the passive, the start of turn effects are going to be the defense of 258%, and then all allies key +3, and then 58% defense as well. So almost 60% defensive support. Very good for what we are looking for, right? 60% support is going to be extremely nice. Then we're also going to have an extra 15% support of, like, so bringing it up to 73 for 2 turns when receiving an attack. So if this guy's in slot 3, he gets hit, we're going to have an additional defensive support right here of 15%. So that is going to be extremely good. If this character were to be able to hold it down in slot 1, that would be very nice, because if you were to receive an attack, the rest of the rotation is going to be receiving 73% defensive support on that specific turn. Now, when we have 12 or more key, this actually looks pretty relevant here, and I think this is actually going to end up being a pretty good effect. We're going to have 258% attack and then a stun on the attacked enemy. So in fights where you can actually stun, this is going to be major key here for being like a defensive utility unit, because he is providing support. He's giving everybody else on the team support, and then he's also going to be able to stun enemies. So when there is a fight where the enemy can be stunned, this Gohan's going to be able to hold it down for us. Now, the big boy, right? Or one of the big boys. Heavenly events or demonic power, when there's one of those two category allies attacking in that turn, we're going to be getting a substantial buff here of attack and defense 158%, and then an additional damage reduction rate of 58%. And then when we get attacked here, we are going to be getting even more. So defensive support when they get hit, and then defense on their own of 58% on top of damage reduction of almost 60% and guard for 3 turns when HP is, so it's basically very easy to have guard, because in this game, a lot of the time, especially in the modern age, you are commonly going to be seeing these characters above 58% HP, because if you go under that, a lot of the times, unfortunately, guess what happens? You lost. So that's going to be a pretty good effect here of that 3-turn guard, because you're going to be able to have that for a very long time. So this character, I think, could end up being extremely good defensively as a floater in the Festival of Battles at almost all times, right? Like there's not really going to be many times where you feel like this character is going to be letting you down in that fight. And then when we receive an attack as well, we're going to get crit chance, and we're going to get an additional super attack for 5 turns. So for multiple appearances here, we are going to be able to get that as well. So guaranteed additional supers, guaranteed guard for 3 turns, damage reduction, guard, right? Like this extra guard right here, crit, support. This is going to be an extremely good character. So what I would say, if when it comes to the hidden potential build, we're probably going to want to focus on some additional, we're going to want to focus on some dodge, because we're going to have built-in crit, which is going to be very nice. Then we're also going to have tons of support everywhere. So this character is actually going to end up looking very good in most scenarios, I think, for a TUR EZA. And I think that there are a lot of good things going specifically for the unit. Now, if we continue on, there are a few more things that we have to talk about. The super attack effect, we are going to be stacking our defense, causing immense damage, and then greatly raising our attack for 1 turn. So again, defensively, there's going to be stacking, but offensively, this character is not going to be holding it down quite as well for us as we may want, but that is sort of just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. Usually these characters are not going to be perfect, but I think in this case, this one's actually going to work out pretty well for us. Again, damage in the festival for a lot of units or a lot of teams is not a problem, and this guy can fit in on a lot of teams, and I think this could end up working out pretty well in his favor. So this looks pretty exciting for Gohan, and I'm excited to see what scenarios we might be able to use him in. But also keep in mind, we're going to be able to have a unit super attack, which is going to give us great stacks. So if there's a Piccolo around, that's potentially interesting. So where this character is really going to be thriving, we'll get into it in a minute. We are going to have a Piccolo around, and then we're going to get great stacking. So with the Piccolo, guess what team Piccolo's on, right? This is very easy. He's on demonic power. So if you have Goku, you have Glorio, you sort of set this team up like this, you're going to be able to rock this Kid Gohan at a pretty good rate, because he's going to be providing a ton of support. He's going to be able to stack. He's going to be able to float with a Piccolo around. So Piccolo providing support, Glorio providing support, Goku providing support, Gohan providing support. This is a very well-oiled team that has a lot of good things going for it. So all in all, I'm pretty excited for what this EZA is going to be standing for, or is going to be representing on their specific teams. So mainly Demonic Power is getting another huge buff. So I think that one of the optimal setups for Demonic Power is going to be this Goku. You've got this version of Piccolo. You have Glorio. That's 3 units right here. Then you're also going to have AGL Kid Gohan, who's going to be sliding his way onto the team as well. And then you just have some other Daima characters that are going to be able to fit their way onto the team as well, with some other characters like in Super Saiyan Goku, like this Gohan right here. All of that fun stuff is going to be available for you. So I think that ends up working out pretty well for us in terms of what we are looking for with the team. And it's pretty exciting for this specific EZA. Now, the active skill, right? This character is going to have an active skill effect that we didn't really look at here. But if we go back, we are going to, where did it say the active skill? Is it in here? We have this image, we have this image, we have that image, right? Where is the active skill effect entirely, right? We're going to be able to recover 30% HP, get guaranteed guard, and then have this right here. So if there is a turn where you lose that guard potentially, you're going to be able to use your active skill and then get it back. So very, very exciting stuff here going on for Gohan. But that's basically it in terms of what we are looking at. But if we want to quickly dive into some of the content that's going to be coming up, we can do that before we get out of here. Upcoming content right here. More stuff for the manga characters, this right here, and that is basically going to be it. So a new stage VSBR, and then the manga stuff is going to be dropping very soon. So let me know what you think down below. We may drop another Should You Summon on the manga thing when it drops. We'll see, but that is everything that I got for you in this one. So again, let me know what you think down below of Gohan. Are you going to be using him on the Daimagoku team and all that fun stuff in the comment section below? If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Subscribe if you are new, so that way you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. Big shout out to all my members on the YouTube side of things. I appreciate you greatly, and I'll see you all in the next one.